guys, and welcome. We are back, coming to you from Sydney, Australia. This is the world famous Paris Debono sitting next to me, and we finally got him to talk about his new book. Well, it's not so new, it's book 4.
Favomancy, the art of bean divination.
Fascinating topic, guys, but quite a visual sort of a thing that needs to be shown on a video.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to just show you how to do an astrology grid, Favomancy grid. Okay, so the cover has a example of it, but I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so what you do with Favomancy, it's a form of a divination using beans, normal everyday beans that you eat. Okay, I have 41 beans here. So you always need to start off with 41 beans.
why is 41? Is that a sort of a magical number, or?
It's just the traditional number that has
Okay.
been passed down, and it seems to work really well.
Okay.
So what you do is you go into your pantry, grab some Favomancy beans. Okay, they come in different colors. Some of them are black, some of them are grey or brown, and these ones happen to be white. I've also made a bit of a fancy board here, but you don't need a board. You know, in the olden days, they would just do it on the tablecloth. Okay, but kind of being a little bit fancy with my board.
So just going back a few steps here, what is divination by beans? What would you try to divine, or what would it be good for to divine? And what is divination, first of all, and then how are you? What would be the right way to use beans for divination?
Well, divination is about connecting with the divine. Okay, so the divine being could be God or the universe, and it's about getting messages from the higher self or the higher realms. And you know, people use tarot cards, astrology for that, but some places where maybe tarot cards and astrology wasn't permitted, you know, the women, usually it was women that created these kind of systems, you know, the housewives or the peasant women, and they may not have had access to cards, but they had access to beans.
Okay.
So along the way, someone's created a system that has sort of passed down through many generations. Yeah. So divination is a way of getting answers from the divine, speaking with the higher self and the divine.
And do you find that this sort of a system lends itself better to certain questions, or are there certain subjects that are answered more easily?
I think this system is very domestic. It's very much about how you feel, whereas tarot cards tends to be more futuristic. It tells you what's going to happen, and it kind of a little bit more fatalistic too. Whereas beans is more like comforting. It's a very comforting type of divination. It's not scary, and it's very kind of like sensitive. You know, it sort of tells you if you're aligned with your wish or not, basically.
Oh, right, okay. So it's it's about alignment.
It's really about, it tells you whether you're aligning or not, or whether you're connecting to something that you want or not.
Okay.
So for example, you have your pile of 41 beans, okay, then you cut them into random 3 piles, smaller piles, okay? Then once you've got your 3 smaller piles, you then take away 4 from the first little pile, 4, then you take away another 4, then you take away another 4, and in this case we have 2 left. Okay. You put those 2 at the top of your grid. Now the top of the grid represents your thoughts or your mind.
Okay.
So for example, if I was doing a reading about somebody and they were asking, should I buy this property? Just pretend we have a client, they want to know if they're going to buy a property. 2 beans in the head means that they're undecided.
Okay.
Because 2 represents balance. Okay. So now what we do is we go to the second small pile and we take away 4 out of those as well. Then another 4, then another 4. And now we have 3 remaining beans. So we put those 3 beans into the grid, and now they've landed in what's called the heart section. So we have the head section, now we have the heart section. Now in their heart, they have number 3. 3 represents adventure, luck, fun, try new things, travel. So it's showing that they're undecided about this property in their head, and they need to be lucky, open, try new things, and travel.
Okay.
So what I would say so far with this person is don't tie yourself to it. Be open, and you seem undecided. Okay. So we have one little pile left, and this will be in the 3rd section of our grid. Now the 3rd section is called the base or the feet.
Okay.
Now this is important for a question about property because it's a foundation, the foundation of our grid is the bottom. And if this number of beans is like 2 or 3, it still shows an uncertainty. But if it's number 4, it would show a stability, because 4 represents stability. It represents 4 legs of a table. So let's see what we get. So we take away 4, then another 4, and we have 4 left. Okay. So it shows that this person is likely to have a property. So it shows they're undecided. They need to keep looking, but they're set for some stability. So what I would say to them, if they have a property in mind, I would say you may still be undecided, so keep yourself open to looking. However, now we have a strong foundation, and it looks like it's very positive. Okay? So this looks like a yes, although they may be undecided and they're still going to look.
Right. Okay, so in terms of that question, what would the middle and the far right sections be?
So this would be the person themselves. This side would be the other place, person, or thing. Okay, so if they were asking about a property in this case, this would also represent the property on this side.
Right.
If they were asking about love, this would be themselves, and this could be their love interest. Okay, so let me do another one. Let's do somebody's love life. Okay, so we put all the beans back together. So we have our 41 beans again. Now let's pretend we have someone just say we have a female client and she wants to know if this guy that she's dating will get serious with her.
Okay.
All right. So
it's an eternal question, isn't it, really?
Yeah. So what we do is we start off with our 41 beans, and again I would get the client to cut them in 3 sections. Okay. So cut them in 3 random sections, and we're going to again do the process of taking 4 out at a time. 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, and we have 1 left over. Now 1 is not good for love.
Okay.
Because 1 is singular.
All right.
So I would say to her, and it's jumping, I would say to her, your mind looks like you're kind of more independent. It doesn't look like you're really thinking of relationship, just judging from that first bean.
Okay.
But now let's go into her heart and see how she feels in her heart. So take away 4, and we have another 1. So very independent. I would say to this client, are you really wanting to be in a relationship? Because it looks like your beans are saying that you're more focused on yourself. 1 is a lonely number. It's an independent number. It's not a relationship number.
Right.
So let's see what's in her foundation. So 4, 4, and we have 3 remaining. Now 3's the number of luck, travel, adventure. So no, I don't think this female client wants to be settled at all.
Okay.
She wants to be free, she wants to be independent, she may even want to travel. So I would tell her to keep looking and just keep being free. But what we can also do is we can also look at how he feels about her.
Okay.
So we get the remaining beans, okay? And we now look at his point of view. So we do the same thing. We cut them in 3s and we do it again. So we take away 4, 4, and 3. So he has 3 in his head. 3 means fun, adventure, luck, play, open, travel. So not serious yet. We're going to do it again. Take out 4, 4, 4, and 4. He's got 4 in the heart. 4 represents stability, but it could also represent heaviness. So I would think with him, I would have preferred to see a number 2 there. 4 sometimes means that he might have a lot of stuff already that he's dealing with. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to go into his foundation now and take away 4, 4, and 1. Yeah. 1 is again an independent, a single. So I would say definitely this relationship is not going to be something that's going to be long lasting. They've got a dominance of number 1. So they've got 3 1s. 1 is independent. The second repetitious is the 2 3s. 3 is adventure, and we only have 1 4 for stability. But the 4 in this case is in the heart section, which represents heaviness.
Right.
So he may be heavy or not complete about another relationship, or maybe he's still got emotions for somebody else.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this is very clearly not going to be a relationship that's going to be balanced.
So could the middle row then be the outcome, or would that just be a summary of what's...
Middle row, we can, like if you had a client that, I mean, this is pretty obvious to me, right? But in case sometimes you'll have a reading where you want a bit more information, what you can do is you can do the beans again and cut. This time you just have the remaining lot. You take out 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and we have 4 remaining, and that's what's called the heart. So we have 4 in the heart, which again is emphasizing something heavy.
Okay. So the union is a little bit heavy.
Yeah, no. I would definitely not recommend that she goes for this person in a serious way.
Okay.
I think there's something heavy. There's something heavy in the heart. They've got too much independent cards beans, and they've also got adventure. So they've got no number 2s. For relationship or love, I want to see 2, because 2 is partnership. They have no 2s at all.
All right.
So it's very distinctly telling her, no, keep yourself open. Don't get tied down in any meaningful way.
Could we ask a question about a couple that you know that are very well committed and see how the beans actually respond about that? Or
You could do. You could see the energy of the 2 people.
Okay. So you can ask about another couple, for example, how their relationship is, and then you could see that they're stable. Or
it could also tell you what's missing.
Okay.
So, for example, if there was a couple that were, very in love and they were very good together, but the beans might show like an element missing. They might have a lack of number 1s or number 4s. So if they had a lack of 4, it would indicate the relationship lacks stability. If they had a lack of number 3, it could be that they're lacking fun and adventure. Number 2 would be partnership, and number 1 would be their own space.
Okay. And what would be money?
Money is kind of number 4, because 4 is more like material.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So that's like the grounding the earth sort of sign, is it?
Yeah, the book talks about all of the elements. So, for example, number 1 is air, number 2 is water, number 3 is fire, and number 4 is earth.
All right.
So what I would like to see in a love question is definitely water, which is emotion, maybe a little bit of earth to keep it stable, and also fire to keep it fun, exciting. And number 1 would be good for communication. So I would like to, usually when I do a grid for somebody, I want to see like a range of numbers. Yeah.
Okay.
But in that last example, they didn't have any number 2. So right. they lacked water, totally emotion, water.
All right.
So they lacked the whole water element. They had earth at the end, they had fire, and they had air, but they had no water. So that would indicate that emotions are stifled or not flowing.
Right. There's a block. There was a big block at the end, which was the 4 in the middle.
4 in the middle is like something's heavy, something's not fun. Maybe there's too much responsibility, that kind of thing. Okay. So that was an example of Favomancy Bean Divination.